Navneet Education Limited's Baari Ho Tumhaari Digest Se Karo Taiyaari campaign has put the spotlight on its iconic digest. So, to discuss the thought behind the campaign and the future of learning, we have with us Mr. Devish Gala, the president of the Educational Books Division of Navneet Education Limited. So, welcome to Impact Magazine and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
So, firstly, the Digest has been Navneet's flagship product for over decades now.
Yeah.
What was the intent behind this product?
So one, we are nearing almost around 5 decades of having this product in the market. Uh, from the time we launched this product, it was very evident that s- learning in the school is not sufficient for every child. Uh, they need that kind of supplementary tool or support system for their better learning and clarification of concepts. Practicing at home on what they have learned, what they have read. So this product was one of a kind, is still one of a kind, and is supporting students in the supplementary learning beyond the school.
Okay, fair. The campaign has highlighted the emotion behind independent learning and the stress behind it, apart from the features of the product. So, did you all have to change the communication or to connect to today's students?
So yes, we did have to change our communication a little bit, keeping the current student in mind or current age of student in mind. Previously, our communications were all towards building confidence, trying to uh, enhance their learning experience, or helping them or supporting them in their progress. Today's child and today's generation is all about self-awareness. They are less influenced by peers, seniors, or market trends. So because they are so self-aware, they like to also decide themselves on how they would like to approach a certain problem. Here, problem is again clarification of concepts, learning of theory, all of that. So our communication is about that when it's your turn to decide, right? We are giving you a support. Decision is yours on how to do it. So just keeping that tone and language in mind.
Okay, fair. And what KPIs will determine the success? Are you all tracking any metrics such as, increase in ad sales or brand recall? And is there any target that you are looking at?
So we have always used social media or digital media to create brand and product awareness, um, to have a recall value. This product is known to many on almost all school-going students of these particular states. So we don't have any particular target which leads to sales achievement. Like I said, brand awareness, product awareness, and recall value is what we have been focusing on.
Okay.
Uh, Additionally, because we are so strong at uh, school penetration and trade penetration, any kind of click to action which leads a student to going on any kind of platform to purchase the product, we have voluntarily stayed away from,
Okay.
because we enjoy great business and great response
Right.
from on field.
Okay, fair. And the education ecosystem has become increasingly digital. There are AI powered learning platforms, YouTube educators, and edtech, apps that are competing for students' attention. So, how is Navneet positioning itself as a relevant companion for students in this environment?
So we did tag along with the trends of edtech, with digital learning, assisted learning that we can also call, or even phygital learning, which is physical plus digital learning. But it has become very clear to us that all these kind of ancillary tools are only going to supplement physical learning.
Right.
And book learning through books is primary learning. Learning through school teachers in schools is also primary learning. So whether it is YouTube videos, it is an edtech platform or an AI tool, is all supplementary, which is in addition to what schools and books provide.
Right.
So we, along with books, are also going to continuously provide um, edtech services and AI tools in along with what we already do
Okay.
to support their learning.
All right. Okay. And as Navneet grows across print, digital, and AI, as you mentioned, how do you expect your business mix to change over the next 3 or 5 years?
So, very marginal change in business mix. Like I said, we are going to use digital tools and AI only to support physical sales,
Right.
as we see that as a primary form of learning.
Okay.
As we do see that AI does not seem like a bubble, right, which is about to burst, like we saw during COVID for edtech. For personal use, whether it is a teacher, parent, or a student, they are using AI in whatever form and manner, in whatever depth and scale. So AI is accepted in the market. We
Right.
have to believe that. How we can enhance a student's learning and a teacher's teaching through AI support, Navneet is constantly going to develop and invest
Okay.
time and effort in providing those tools and services.
All right. Can you share your marketing mix? How has that evolved over the years?
What do you mean by
Marketing mix, as in, how do you divide your investment across television, or there's print, digital, social media?
So our majority investment, uh, large chunk, I think almost around 90 to 95% is on on-field promotions.
Okay.
So retail activations, school engagement programs.
Right.
I would also call sampling activities that we do in schools an engagement
Okay.
activity, because that gives a chance to the sales team to go and visit, interact with the concerned authorities.
Okay.
At places where we do have good relations, we do get to enter the classroom also during the
Okay.
breaks, and just uh, create awareness for the students on what is new, what has changed. Television, social media, newspaper, radio, all of that is a very small proportion, just
Okay.
to support the campaigns that are happening on field.
Okay. And is there a ratio, like a set ratio?
No, like I said, physically, what happens, which is retail activations and school program engagement programs, is around 95%.
Okay. All right. And coming back to the campaign, so back to school and examination season are like the highest, like highly competitive for education brands. What role does this campaign play in your broader annual, marketing calendar?
So, digest or guide that we call this product for which the campaign is running sets the tone for a student's learning journey for the entire year.
Right.
Exam materials come towards the last 3 to 4 months of their uh, academic cycle. If I only speak about pure academic products, pure exam oriented products, which are for board examinations, that is around 8% of our total sales.
Okay.
But having said that, over the years we've added a lot more other exam products which run throughout the year. So for example, we have two obvious exams which are 10th and 12th standard board exam. Along with that, we also have products for entrance examinations like Maharashtra CET.
Okay.
We also have a lot of government-based scholarship exams, uh, the primary and pre-primary scholarships, NMMS, Jawahar Navodaya, which we are considering under an exam category. So when I add those products also, that number jumps to around 25-26%.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. And I think you mentioned the next part as well. How important is the exam season in the revenue standpoint, and roughly what share of your annual sales comes from that period?
Yeah, I think I covered that, where
Yeah.
if I take all types of examinations under consideration, and that comes to around 25%, 26%.
Okay. Students now have a major say in what learning tools they use. How has this shifted your marketing strategy?
So fortunately, a new shift that has taken place in this market is use of AI. And AI tools has been broadly accepted by every type of consumer.
Right.
or every type of stakeholder, as we call them, whether it is a student, parent, or teacher. These are our three main stakeholders who we choose to influence through all the activities that we do. Now, AI currently is primarily used for personal use. Some have substituted Google with AI because it gives them a more structured answer.
Yeah.
Some are using for a lot of other benefits of their own personal nature. Some, and of course, many are also the older you are, you're using it for your daily activities, your travel, your finances,
Right.
your all other stuff. Students are also using AI for education, but because it is so generic in nature, there is a major scope of hallucination that is derived from AI for education specifically.
Right.
All major platforms of AI we see today are not aware or have not been given enough prompts about what the Indian education system is. In the Indian education system, what are the different tranches that come out, and finally, what belongs to standard 1 and what belongs to standard 10
Yeah.
is not defined in the generic language models.
Yeah.
So, unless and until a player like us who is able to build that layers, build those multiple layers, the tools will still be used for generic use. Once in fact, we already have built these layers which promises solutions through AI to be very specific to the need and learning of the student, the need and teaching of a teacher, and then finally comfort and trust to the parent.
Okay.
That what the student is reading, what the student is learning is very specific to that grade, to that subject, and to that curriculum.
Okay. And looking ahead, what are the biggest growth opportunities for Navneet?
So, in a natural course, the next 3 to 4 years are very promising for us because Maharashtra State Board has planned a lot of curriculum changes.
Okay.
For example, this year standards 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 6th curriculums have changed. So, fresh curriculum, fresh products are in the
Right.
market. So that eliminates second hand and other competition. Going forward, another 4 and 3, 7 grades are bound to change over the next 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
So, natural course, we are looking, business is looking very promising. Besides the natural businesses, new and new developments in AI through AI is something that we see an uptake of. Whether it is B2B, where we support schools and how schools take benefit from these tools, and also directly to consumer, which is our student.
Okay. You've mentioned how second-hand, has been eliminated here. Does it actually affect, like when your students are passing down books to the juniors? Does it really affect the business in general?
So pass downs is of course it's
very common.
It's very common.
Yeah.
Right. But the more we innovate every year, the more we enhance our products every year or every other year, that percentage seems very negligible.
Okay.
Pass down is, like we said, it's natural. But if a student has used the product or used the book in a manner where they've written inside the book,
Yeah.
they've highlighted stuff, they've marked a lot of things, then that book becomes very personal in nature to that particular user.
Yeah.
The second student or the student purchasing or taking the pass down may not be able to really take benefit of the product because the product has already been used by next person.
Right.
So we don't really see a major problem when there are pass-ons or whatever we want to call them. What we do slightly worry about is if those products are put back in the market.
Right.
And then the students prefer to buy second-hand products through the market, which then that eats up a lot of the retail market for us. So the only or probably the biggest way to make sure that that doesn't impact us, that frequently we need to upgrade our products,
Right.
whether it's through content enhancement or bring in some kind of innovation with some digital support.
Okay, fair enough. I think that is it. Thank you so much. It was pretty insightful, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.